I now find myself situated in front of this peaceful, gorgeous little public park about 4 blocks from Billy's, known as Hazel-Abel Garden Park. The park's land currently sits where the R.E. Moore Governor's Mansion formerly stood, where Nebraska's lieutenant governor of the early 1900s, mayor of Lincoln, and bank president Robert E. Moore made his home. After Moore passed away in 1921, following a few years of vacancy and uncertainty, the mansion and its surrounding property was purchased by Hazel-Abel, primarily with the intentions of housing service members and their families who were training and preparing for deployment to the Second World War. Hazel-Abel, born in 1888 in Plattsmouth, Nebraska, was a mathematics educator, school principal, and chairman of the Nebraska State Republican Central Committee. She served in these roles up until she was selected to complete the unexpired term of Nebraska Senator Dwight Griswold, who had passed away while in office, where she became the first woman elected from Nebraska to serve in the U.S. Senate. After Hazel's passing in 1966, her daughter Alice became extremely determined to find a way to honor the work her mother had done for Nebraska. Even though it took another decade or so of planning and funding from Alice, work for the park designed in Hazel's memory, located on the land of where Robert E. Moore's mansion used to be, began in 1980. Alice deliberately included Renaissance-style elements that her mother would have appreciated, including a cast-iron French Baroque-era fountain, a gazebo, and an ornate iron perimeter fence, plus a playground for children. Impressively, all park development was carried out through donations made by Alice Abel herself, with a total cost of about $300,000, and is currently considered one of the state's most expensive parks per square foot. It was opened and dedicated in 1982 and is still considered a jewel of downtown Lincoln. Unfortunately, however, even such recently developed, outright beautiful locations such as this one are within reach of the supernatural. Though seemingly with less reports as the other locations, this park still has hosted a few individuals who have described witnessing abnormal, sometimes even frightening sights. Some of those reported from the park include a ghostly figure of a child seemingly tossing coins into the iron fountain and kicking his feet back and forth. Presumably, the same child has also been reported near the playground equipment, but generally only after the sun begins to set and only as a shadowy figure. There has also been one slightly more major incident in which an individual who is walking their dog through the park reported to fully hear and see a couple dressed in Victorian-era clothing sipping tea together under the gazebo and playing a card game. The individual reported that he switched his focus back to his dog for just a second as it was using the bathroom, after noticing the couple, and the next time he looked at them, that there was nobody there.